Hey, what's up? My name's Luke, and I just picked up a new pair of boots from Grant Stone in a makeup that I think is super underrated. So today I'm gonna walk you through what the boots are, why I think they're underrated, try to make a case for why maybe you should pick them up yourself, and then I'll finish up with some on feet. Here we go. It's Grant Stone's Diesel boot in Natural Wax Commander. This is a shrunken suede from CF Stead that's impregnated with wax during the tanning process. So I would typically stray away from wearing suede boots just because I don't find it to be as rugged as what I'm looking for. But in this case, I think this is a really great option, and here's why. So when you land on Grant Stone's website, you're greeted with like over 100 boot and shoe combinations. From my own anecdotal perspective, Chrome Excel and Kudu makeups from Grant Stone seem to have really won the hearts of most of their customer base. But I think because those leathers are so popular, there are also a number of makeups that really fall to the wayside in their catalog, including Natural Wax Commander. Wax Commander is by no means an unpopular leather. By the way, it's also called Waxy Commander. But brands like Parkhurst and Viberg and Truman use Wax Commander leathers in their makeups. So there's definitely a market for this leather. It just seems like the snuff, AKA brown variant of this leather typically wins out. But really, what is Wax Commander on more of a technical level? So according to Stitchdown, Waxy Commander involves shrinking the hide to tighten its fiber structure by up to 25%. This strengthens the leather, making it more impermeable to the elements. In addition, the leather is heavily waxed during the tanning process, yielding a product that is not only waterproof, but also has great depth of character. So to me, that all just distills down to Wax Commander is a functional and hard-wearing suede that'll patinate like a mother. So to me, suede is almost like taboo in the heritage boot world. It's really associated with being like a delicate leather because it is split and it has a loose fiber structure, and really like the kryptonite of suede is gonna be like any liquid that it comes into contact with. But remember that this particular suede is a shrunken suede, and the wax is impregnated into the fibers during the tanning process. So while suede does have that negative connotation, or can have it, we need to remember that not all suedes should be treated equally. So who is this boot for? Maybe that person is cross shopping and they're looking at something like an Iron Ranger Hawthorne Mule Skinner. Now, those could certainly work, but they're not waxed and they're much more rugged looking than this diesel boot. So if you're looking for something a bit more refined, then that Iron Ranger is not gonna fit the bill. But then you could go to like the Viberg realm, because that's calling your name, but that price point's really gonna give you heartburn. Or maybe a Pacific Northwest boot and like a natural wax flesh could also fit the bill, but you also can't commit to that price point, let alone the wait time for that either. And hey, you know what? Grant Stone, they've got other CF Stead waxed suedes in their lineup, like Earth or their Wax Tobacco. But again, like that's just another dark brown boot if you have a considerably large collection. And the last thing I'll say, and most likely a very hot take, is I'd actually choose this boot over Grant Stone's Doom Chrome Excel Diesel any day of the week. And I can say that because I've owned the Doom Chrome Excel Diesels. They're basically the same color. The Wax Commander is more functional due to its waterproof properties. The surface is more durable than Chrome Excel. Like if you know CXL, you know how delicate the grain surface can be. Also, no Chrome Excel lottery. These are suede, they're not gonna crease, they're gonna roll. And if you're someone who likes to keep their boots looking new all the time, when these get scuffed up, you can just throw some more wax on there, problem solved. Yeah, they might age a little differently over time, which I'll find out, but I'm already liking these way more than the Dunes I had previously. So if you're a function over form kind of person, or the inverse, I do think the Natural Wax Commander Diesel can have you covered. The lighter brown color, it's casual. The characteristics of wax suede are inherently very casual as well, but at the same time, they're functional, they're waterproof. But the shape of the last, the Leo last, and the profile of the boot make it a bit more buttoned up in the looks department. Now, you could also go with the Natural Wax Commander brass boot, but that doesn't have as much of a refined silhouette. So I do think if you want the functionality of this leather, you could go either the diesel or the brass boot. But if you want something that's a bit more refined, I definitely go the diesel route. My goal for this video is to just shed some light on what I think is a really cool boot that's completely overshadowed by everything else in Grant Stone's lineup. I'd argue that it's not photographed very well on Grant Stone's website, so I don't think they're advertising the boot and doing it justice to compel people to buy it, to be totally honest. And although I do typically, again, stray away from suede boots, this I think really wears more towards a rough out or more towards a waxed rough out than it would a typical split suede. So maybe if you're on the fence with the material, I would really give it a shot because it's considerably more robust than it leads itself to be. So I look forward to wearing these long term. Maybe I'll do a 1 month or a 6 month update, but I definitely check them out. If you're on the fence, go for it. And if you like these boots, let me know in the comments. If you don't like these boots, let me know in the comments because I'd be curious to get your thoughts to see if you have a better argument from what I've made here. But in any event, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Peace.